Bill Buckley has the idea. He's taking a holiday outing to Copenhagen.
Wonderful Copenhagen, claims the song, and I wouldn't disagree. Mind you, watery Copenhagen would have been an even more accurate lyric.
The church you can see in the background is called the Marble Church and has one of the greatest domes in Europe. On your left-hand side is Copenhagen, which means the new harbour. Sitting right here in front of you, you have the little mermaid, and she's from a fairy tale of Hans Christian Andersen.
Yes, we know. A canal tour is a great starting point for a weekend here. It helps you find your bearings, and you can sample the sights and decide which to return to. Surprisingly for so northerly a city, Copenhagen believes in doing it outdoors, just like the Latins, though it's delicious topless sarnies, not spaghetti, for lunch here. It may be a capital, but it doesn't really feel like one. Too small, just 1 million people. Too clean, too civilized, too relaxed. Plenty of stylish, simple stuff to buy, but beware, everywhere closes from Saturday lunchtime till Monday morning. If Krone is no object, you could stay at the ornate and luxurious, though not especially Danish, King Frederick, which has a century's experience of looking after guests. You know how the credit and charge card companies are always saying that theirs is the card that's accepted in most places, or theirs is the one that'll do very nicely, thank you? Well, here, there's a card that outdoes them all. It's not a charge or a credit card, it's the Copenhagen card. For £15, it gives you 2 days free rail and bus travel and entrance to numerous attractions, including Copenhagen's greatest, the Tivoli Gardens. More than 20 acres unashamedly devoted to having a good time. The gardens have been here for getting on for 150 years, and now they've sold the idea to Japan, so that's going to have its own Tivoli Gardens as well. The nice thing about this ride is that apart from the slight feeling it gives you in the stomach, you do actually see the whole park from here and quite a lot of the city beyond. Whereas on this one, all you see is your life flashing before you, or possibly your dinner. It's lovely when it stops. The gardens are open from morn till midnight. In the evening, 110,000 lamps light your way through nearly 500,000 plants to 29 restaurants. International stars like Victor Borge and Dame Janet Baker play the concert hall here, and whilst you pay to see them, most shows are free. Denmark has a good record of catering for the disabled, and Tivoli, though not perfect, has its ramps, special toilets and parking spaces. A day and evening out at terrific Tivoli guarantees a good night's sleep, even in a hotel bed. It's morning before you know it. Breakfasts at this hotel are about as Danish as you could get, really, with slices of cheese, slices of cold meats, liver sausage, Danish pastries, fresh fruit. They're included in the price of the package, and you can eat as much as you like, so it could see you through all the way until your evening meal. The Hotel Triton is quite a bit cheaper and less luxurious than the King Frederick, and yet in one way I rather preferred it. Rightly or wrongly, this is exactly how I imagined a Danish hotel bedroom would be. Very modern, very plain, and lots of blonde wood to go with all the blonde people. Time is tight on a weekend away, but how about venturing out of Copenhagen on a bus tour from City Hall Square? This one takes in the idyllically situated Frederiksberg Castle, built in magnificent Renaissance style and full of national treasures. Then it's on to Fredensborg Palace, where the Queen of Denmark lives during the summer, in time for the vaguely Trumpton-esque changing of the guard. And there's Kronborg Castle at Elsinore, where Shakespeare set Hamlet. Being the setting for one of the great tragedies, you might expect a rather grim place, but in fact it's not like that at all. Back to the city and Nyhavn, which means New Harbour. Well, it was 300 years ago. Until recently, this was the rough haunt of hard-drinking sailors. Now it's the chic place to eat or drink. If you thought capital cities meant speed, fumes and aggression, a weekend in small but beautifully marked Copenhagen is sure to change your mind.